G'day guys, welcome to episode 99 of Ask Jack D. Today we take a question from a man named Jax who asks about why do people tend to listen to OPRs, which are other people's rules, and what can we better do to enable us to write our own rule book, live a life according to our own terms, and ultimately realize that in any given moment we are creating who we are and the world around us. And therefore I just articulate a little bit on what I think you can do to shape your world.
28 and I'm trying to shape history, pulling from the sky for some strength to take with me, line up the stars, fly away quickly and push the world forward like a tidal wave hit me. I ride the wave swiftly, I fear no man.
And we are into it. Episode 99. Welcome to Ask Jack D. Rosie, how you doing? It's Thursday. Rosie, this is Rosie's first week of being 23. How does it feel?
I feel very mature.
You feel mature? Good. Well, Rosie's 23 going on at a maturity level going on 43. She's a beacon of wisdom. Yeah, she tries. Episode 99 is exciting because that next episode is episode 100. Like if you just gonna do the maths, you know what I mean? We're doing something cool for episode 100?
Yeah, we are filming live at our workshop.
We're going to be filming live at Scalable and Saleable for episode 100, which is going to go up not tomorrow, but it'll go up on Saturday, which will be very cool. So stay tuned for that. But thank you all for helping us get to episode, because we just wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for you guys actually watching it and commenting on it and sending in great questions and all of that sort of stuff. So thanks for helping us get this far. Episode 99, what are we doing? Rosie, we're taking a question from Jax from Twitter. Who asked, Jack, why are so many people in our society quick to accept OPRs? By the way, love the term. OPRs is other people's rules. Why are so many people... What's that?
Did we invent that? Did you invent OPR?
My father invented that.
Okay.
Yeah, as I grew up, he used to say, just remember, most of the rules in the world are OPRs. I was like, what are OPRs? It's other people's rules. Always decide whether they apply to you or not. Yeah. Legend. Why are so many people in our society quick to accept OPRs, but then choose to complain about their lives rather than challenge? Hashtag Ask Jack D. That's a really cool question. That is a really cool question. Why do they complain about or accept OPRs and therefore they don't challenge? Okay. Jax, your answer is inherent in your question. I believe why people tend to accept OPRs is that we tend to accept the world around us without question. Because as we grow up, like when we're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we tend to believe that things must be set up for really good reasons. Because when we're that age, adults and grown-ups are so much more mature and intelligent than we are. So we think. And so therefore we think that everything that happens must be happening for really good reasons. I'm actually writing a chapter in Unwritten about this, as we speak. Which the chapter is called "The Future Is Not What It Used to Be," and what it's looking at is this: what we need to remember is that economies, corporations, politics, and political systems, the science industry, the medical industry, how we do academia and education, all of those things are man-made structures, right? I'm not a religious person, but God never came down and wrote on stone, this is how we need to do business. He never came down and wrote on stone, this is how you need to do education, right? We tend to accept that we go to kindergarten and then spend 6 years at primary school and then spend 6 or 7 years, whatever it is, at high school, and then there's higher education. We tend to accept that we start it in groups, grouped by age rather than by values or characteristics or skill sets or interests or passion. We tend to accept things the way they are without question. The one thing that, as you guys know, I spend a lot of my time looking into the lives and the minds and the characters of those that have changed the course of history forever. And the one piece of, the one commonality that they all have is that they were so... okay, let's put it this way. I put something on Instagram about a week ago. It said this: when you have a firm view of what is and a clear vision for what could be, you lose all regard for what has been. Often people who are pioneers and innovators, who have a strong belief in the way something, whether it's politics, whether it's business, whether it's an industry, whether it doesn't matter, have a strong view as to how something can improve, they lose all respect for the status quo and how it's always happened. The first step is realizing that you can influence things, you can change things. Einstein challenged 200 years of scientific thinking that were considered fact because they were written by a guy called Sir Isaac Newton in 1687. Einstein was around, he challenged Newton's thinking in 1905 and again in 1919 with the general theory of relativity, right? He said that the way Newton wrote the universal law of gravity is wrong, and here's what I reckon. And in 1905, Einstein was 26 years of age, right? But he was bold enough to put forward a new theory. Jobs protested against the professionalism of technology companies. And why do we have to be IBM or HP? Why do we have to be an acronym? And why do we have to wear suits? And why do we have to do all of these? Why don't we build something that the consumers are going to love? Why don't we bring technology closer to the consumer? Inherent in any change maker, inherent in any innovator is an organic protest against the way things have been. So the other thing is that change or influence cares not for scale. You don't need to realize that you can change physics. You don't need to realize that you can change an industry. You don't need to realize that you can change the world, although I believe that you can do all of those things if you choose to. What I think we need to realize at an individual level is that you can change anything in the world around you. If you're not happy with your relationships, you can change them. If you're not happy with your character or how you're showing up in life, you can change that. If you're not happy with your level of health or vitality or energy or weight or whatever, you can change that, right? The fundamental premise that enables anybody to take control of their life and the world around them is first by realizing that they are in complete control and that you are conscious, or you are creating yourself and the world around you every single day. And therefore what you need to realize is that you can influence it, you can change it. And when you do just once what other people said was impossible, you will never listen to their limitations again. So pick one thing, pick one small thing in your life that you're not quite happy with. Is it your level of output on a daily basis? Is it your level of self-care? Is it your level of self-love? Is it your relationship with your partner? Is it your health? Is it your business? It doesn't matter. Pick one. Pick one thing, tiny, it can be small or big, one thing in your life that you're not happy with, and commit now to decide how you want it to be and how you can best build a roadmap by doing the thinking, write it down, do the thinking about how you can improve that area of your life. Do that, commit to that, get that done just once, and you will prove to yourself for the rest of your life that you can mold things, you can shape things, and you can ultimately affect who you are and the world around you on any given day. In the comments below, what is the one thing? I'm asking you guys to show the fuck up now. I'm asking you to get a little bit vulnerable. What's the one thing, small or large, in your life or in your world that you want to change, preferably small, because let's try and do this in the next 3-4 weeks, right? What's one thing you want to change in your life, in your world? In the comments below. I'll be there. Let's have that discussion. Let's continue it. Keep us posted with the progress. What's one thing you want to change?
I've just actualized a wish that I dreamed as a kid. Cause I'm lining up the stars.